I think this is something where the universities need to catch up because we keep hearing the junior engineer is dead. It's not that the junior engineering role is dead. It's to the point of this whole discussion, it's evolved. And what the universities are doing today to their students is they have all these AI use policies, don't use AI. And I understand they want to, university is about learning how to learn. And we need to instill those base skills. But the universities, I think, it's incumbent upon them to teach these AI skills. As you were saying, Shanti, we're all doing 10 projects where maybe 8 of them weren't possible. I literally did a landscape design app for myself. And I showed the outcome to my landscaper who I paid to give me an actual plan that would work. And she's like, I'll pay you for this app. I'm not a software engineer, but she loved it. We are all, those of us who are really embracing this AI first thing, we are so excited about what's possible. That's why I think we're working 10 times as hard. But again, coming back to the universities, this is where I think they need to empower these kids with these skills so that they will be in demand like the rest of us who are AI first.
Yeah, I'll throw something in there. So I teach in the master's program at WashU St. Louis. I was teaching a applied analytics course there, and we had some enrollment issues. So I ended up with 2 students for a course in this graduate level program. Like, well, what should we do to make this interesting? There's a bunch of new agentic data science tools that I don't have time to try out on my own. So every week, I need you guys to go deep onto Deep Note. I want you to try to do this entire
Awesome.
project end to end and let me know where you
That's
get stuck.
amazing.
Now I want you to do the same thing, but in Hex and just go through these different tools. Now we'll use some of them together. Then we'll go through, was it your prompting that was bad? Was it that the tool is actually bad at data engineering? And a lot of what they're doing is generating some of the Python. Or say, now we can actually go through that and say, did it pick the right method? How did it compare them? And for their final project, they're like, here's what we're going to do. One of you is going to go do this on Gemini. The other one's going to do it on Claude. And we're going to see which one ends up, which model can solve this entire problem end to end. I want to see the presentations at the end, and
That's
I want them to
awesome.
all be
That's
AI
right.
generated. And let's see where this thing goes. It was
I love
it was a lot of fun.
That's really cool. Yeah.
We need more
So
of that in school.
I think the other thing with not to divert too long on the education topic, but I think there's the other one is learning these skills around the tools and what is capable. And I think universities are probably well suited for that if they change in the right ways. Like Shanti's example is awesome.
Agree.
But the other missing piece here is how do you learn that business? How do you learn the business, especially in this world where a lot of the junior roles are really, a lot of what the way people learned the business in the past is they came in and did these things that are now AI is good at. And that to me is the biggest challenge. I think you might go back to more of like an apprenticeship model, where and basically it's almost like Shanti's 2 folks there are almost proving that, right? In a way, it's almost like an apprenticeship of like, hey, sit here and watch me solve these problems and help understand these things and kind of absorb the way this business really works. Is really is probably more and more a model versus you coming in and learning the business by, creating
School of
spreadsheets
Hyper.
that are now automatable or whatever.